If your cat is 10 years old or older, the food in their bowl right now might be the very thing aging them faster. I know that's hard to hear, but here's the reality. As cats get older, their kidneys weaken, their muscles start to fade, and their immune system isn't what it used to be. Food that was perfectly fine when your cat was 3 can quietly cause real damage when they're 13. So today, I'm counting down 7 foods you should skip if you have a senior cat. And then, at the end, I'll give you 3 foods that can actually help an older cat live a longer, healthier life. So stick around because that second list might be the most useful part. And keep watching for number 1 on the skip list because it's a food a lot of loving owners truly believe is the healthiest choice they can make. It isn't, and for an older cat, it can be dangerous. Let's get into it. Before the list, one number you need to hear. Roughly 1 in 3 senior cats develops kidney disease. 1 in 3. It's one of the most common health problems in older cats, and a lot of what's on this list connects straight back to protecting those kidneys. A cat is generally considered a senior around 10 or 11 years old. So if your cat has hit double digits, this video is for you. Let's count down. Number 7, food that isn't actually made for seniors. This sounds obvious, but it catches a huge number of owners. That bag labeled all life stages, or the kitten food your cat has eaten its whole life, those are often too high in fat and phosphorus for an aging body. And some use proteins like beef that older cats simply digest less easily. A senior cat's metabolism, muscle mass, and organ function have all changed. Their food needs to change with them. So once your cat hits double digits, that's your cue to talk to your vet about switching to a proper senior formula. That's the easy one. They get more serious from here. Number 6, foods that are high in phosphorus. Remember those aging kidneys? Phosphorus is the mineral that hits them hardest. When the kidneys start to fail, they can't clear excess phosphorus from the blood. It builds up and it speeds the damage along. For a senior cat, that's the last thing you want. Now here's the part most videos get wrong. This does not mean starving your cat of protein. Older cats actually need good protein to hold on to their muscle. The goal is high-quality protein with controlled phosphorus, not a bland, protein-stripped diet. So check that label. And if your cat already has kidney issues, your vet may point you toward a proper low-phosphorus or renal diet. Number 5, fish every single day. This one surprises people because we've all been taught that cats love fish and that fish is healthy. An occasional fish meal is fine. The problem is making it the daily staple for a senior cat. Fish tends to run higher in phosphorus and sodium, which are exactly the 2 things an aging cat's kidneys and blood pressure don't need in excess. And foods built on big fish, like albacore or yellowfin tuna, can carry more mercury. If your cat loves fish, lean toward foods made from smaller fish and rotate it with poultry instead of serving it every day. We're halfway. The next one is hiding in some of the cheapest food on the shelf. Number 4, foods built on vague, low-quality protein. Look at the label. If you see terms like meat byproducts, animal digest, or just poultry with no animal named, that's a red flag. The problem isn't organs themselves. Organ meat can actually be great for cats. The problem is vagueness. When the source isn't named, the quality is inconsistent and often poor. And for a senior cat, protein quality matters more than ever because older cats lose muscle and need protein their body can actually absorb and use. Cheap mystery protein doesn't do that job. Look for a clearly named source instead, like chicken, turkey, or salmon. If the label won't tell you what's in it, that tells you enough. And one quick bonus while we're reading labels, skip foods loaded with artificial colors and dyes. Your cat doesn't care what color the food is. Those are there for you, not for them. Number 3, foods packed with grain and carb fillers. Corn, wheat, and soy show up near the top of a lot of cheap cat food ingredient lists. They're there to bulk up the product cheaply, not because your cat needs them. Cats are obligate carnivores. They're built to run on animal protein, not a pile of refined carbs. For a senior cat, that carb load is extra risky. It can feed weight gain and push toward problems like diabetes, and those fillers crowd out the quality animal protein your older cat actually needs. If grains or gluten are listed before the meat, put it back on the shelf. 2 left! And number 2 is something a lot of cat owners do every single day without thinking twice. Number 2, feeding nothing but dry food. Here's the issue. Cats have a naturally low thirst drive. In the wild, they get most of their water from their prey, not from a water bowl. So a cat living on dry kibble alone is often running slightly dehydrated all the time. And for a senior cat with already stressed kidneys, that chronic, low-level dehydration is a real problem. I'm not saying dry food is poison, but if dry is all your senior cat eats, that's the thing to fix. adding wet food or switching to it boosts their moisture intake and takes pressure off those kidneys. A pet water fountain helps too because a lot of cats drink more from running water. And now number 1, the food that so many caring owners are convinced is the absolute best thing they can give their cat. Number 1, raw food diets. This is the one that surprises people because raw diets are marketed as the most natural, premium, healthiest option out there. And for a young, healthy cat, under a vet's guidance, that's a conversation you can have. But for a senior cat, raw food carries a risk that gets bigger with age. Raw meat can harbor bacteria like salmonella and listeria. A strong young immune system can usually shrug that off. An older cat's weaker immune system often can't. So the exact food being sold to you as the healthiest choice can hit a senior cat the hardest. If you love the idea of fresh feeding for your older cat, that's great. Just do it as a gently cooked or properly formulated diet with your vet in the loop. With a senior, raw and natural is simply not worth the gamble. So those are the 7 to skip. But here's the thing. Avoiding the bad food is only half the job. Putting the right food in the bowl is what actually adds good years. So let's flip it around. Here are 3 foods that can genuinely help your senior cat live longer. Number 1 on the good list, wet, high moisture food. If you take just one thing from this whole video, make it this. For an older cat, hydration is everything. Wet food carries a huge amount of moisture compared to dry kibble, and that extra water is doing quiet, daily work to protect those aging kidneys and flush waste from the body. It's also softer on senior teeth and gums, and easier to eat for a cat whose appetite has dropped off. Wet food isn't a treat for an old cat. It's closer to medicine. Number 2 on the good list, omega-3 fatty acids. These are the good fats, the kind found in fish oil and in green-lipped mussel. And for a senior cat, they pull double duty. Omega-3s help calm inflammation in aging joints, which means an old cat that moves a little easier and hurts a little less. And they also support kidney health and blood flow, which ties right back to that 1 in 3 statistic. A senior food with omega-3s built in, or a vet-approved supplement, is one of the simplest upgrades you can make. Number 3 on the good list, high-quality, clearly named protein. Yes, even with everything we said about the kidneys, because the single biggest mistake people make with old cats is cutting protein too hard and letting them waste away into skin and bone. Senior cats lose muscle as they age, and good protein is what slows that down. The key word is quality. Real, named meat like chicken, turkey, or egg that the body can actually absorb. Pair that quality protein with controlled phosphorus, and you get the best of both worlds. Strong muscles and protected kidneys. So quick recap. On the skip list, avoid food that's not made for seniors. Watch the phosphorus. Don't make fish a daily habit. Skip mystery meat and filler-heavy foods. Don't feed dry only. And be very careful with raw. And on the good list, lean into wet food, omega-3s, and high-quality name protein. One important thing, I'm not your cat's vet, and every senior cat is different, especially if they have already been diagnosed with something. So treat this as your checklist to bring to your vet, not a replacement for them. And any diet change for an older cat should be gradual, never overnight. Now I want to hear from you. How old is your senior cat, and what do you feed them? Drop it in the comments. I read them, and other owners genuinely learn from what's worked for you. And if this made you look at that food bowl a little differently, subscribe, because keeping an older cat healthy is mostly about the small things, and we cover them here every week. Thanks for watching. Now go give your old friend a slow blink. They've earned it.